What up, YouTube? This video is going to be a little different today because she's driving. Congratulations if you found this video. Sorry for our regular YouTube subscriber, but you found this video either seeing our subscription or you were searching for the New York City Teaching Fellows. And you have someone who completed it and someone who quit. So you can have both of our perspectives and you decide on from there on. But yeah, like I said, first of all, congratulations. You're trying to better yourself. You're trying to see a different career. Maybe you want to be a teacher. I don't know. Whatever you decide.
Fine.
Yeah.
We're very fast.
But here's the thing. If you still feel like you want to be a fellow and you made it through the process, the interview, one thing I tell everyone who asks me about the fellows is even though you make the summer training, I forgot what it's called.
If you make it to the training,
yeah,
doesn't necessarily mean you're making it into the program itself.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean you're making it into the program itself and continuing school and whatever.
So basically, I know a lot of them tell you to quit your job, you have to commit to this. Just because you make it through that training process does not mean you made it into the fellowship. You still get graded and you have to pass a certain grade criteria in order for you to move on. So even if you quit your job and do all of that, by the end of the training you could be told go home.
You only get a stipend of $2,000 for 2.5 months. So you have to live off of the $2,000. So you have to make sure that you have a support system that's going to be able to hold you down, or savings or something, because you must resign. You cannot keep the job that you have.
All right. Another thing I would like to talk upon is we were accepted into the D75 fellowship.
Oh wait, before you continue, you can apply if you want to do 1 through 6 or K through 6, whatever it is. You can apply for that, but if you get in, it doesn't necessarily mean that's what they're gonna give you.
Yeah.
I applied 1 through 6. He applied 7 through high school.
Yeah.
And it was reversed. They gave me 7 through 12 and gave him 1 through 6.
Elementary, yeah.
And if you decide you don't want to do that, you can appeal it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you keep your acceptance. You can lose your acceptance and you might have to start all over again. If you are not accepted to fellows, you can always apply again. If you are accepted and you deny it, you lose your chances of being able to apply. And if you are accepted and you go in and quit, then you cannot do fellowship again.
Oh, another thing, you don't pick the school you get your training in. You don't pick your university you're learning in.
So for example, we lived in the Bronx and we had to go all the way to Pace University in the city. So we basically went from one extremity to another. First stop to the last stop on some trains.
Yeah, on the 6th train, we were almost from the first stop up in the Bronx to almost the last stop. First stop in Brooklyn.
Thanks.
So it was a little hectic, especially because you have to travel to your work site before, and then after work site go to school.
And which they also choose for you, like you said.
Another thing, the fellowship, I know it sounds great that you've made it, but you lose a lot of family time. You're not going to be able to go to family events, call out during the summer training. There's a lot of birthday parties you might miss, a lot of events, a lot of things. It's a tough commitment, but if
it's grueling.
All I would say is if you know deep down in your heart you want to be a teacher, it's going to be tough, but go for it.
You can actually even get physically sick. I've had dehydration. I can't even tell you how many times I had to go to the hospital. You really have to maintain your health and remember to eat and remember to use the restroom. Remember to try to have family time, because if you don't, you're really going to lose it.
Lose your mind. I lost my mind with a lot of personal problems and things like that, and I ended up quitting knowing that teaching wasn't for me. So if you're here trying to figure out maybe I want to do it, maybe I'm not, don't do it. You won't make it. I mean, 90%. You have to be
very sure that that's what you want.
You have to be sure and have a support system knowing that you really want to do the fellows. If you're on the fence, you're probably going to quit.
And it's for career changers. So if you haven't applied and you think of applying, it has to be a career change. If you were doing education and then figured, fellows may give me a free ride and quit to do fellows, they're not going to accept you.
No.
And it's not a free ride.
It's not. They end up
Thank
taking
you.
part of your paycheck, which...
Can you? I mean, it's cool because you don't really see it. They do it starting the first paycheck. However, when people tell you, oh, it's free schooling, it's not.
It's not.
They take about $12,000. So it's like $250 for each paycheck. So every 2 weeks they take it out. But the good thing is at the end of the program, you don't owe anything.
And the last thing I want to tell you is, especially from us, if you get D75, I don't know about gen ed because I can't speak on that part, but 90% of what you learn doesn't apply to what you're supposed to do at work. And then you're getting yelled at by your university professor to get these things done. You're getting yelled at by your school principal that she wants it or he wants it a certain way to be taught. You're getting yelled at by the parents because there's IEPs that you need to follow and they have goals that they all agree to. So you need to comply to that. And then you're getting yelled at by...
It's really hard. And you have to get ready to pay all your books, do the transportation, be in groups that they put you in, knowing that one guy, let's say Rob lives in Staten Island, you live in the Bronx, the other one in Brooklyn, the other one in Long Island, they still make you a part of that group with each other. They don't let you pick or choose whatever your group most of the time. And then you need to stay at the university till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, be at your work site at 7 a.m. in a location that's not even close to your house.
And do the same thing tomorrow.
Come out, run to your university for classes, then meet with the freaking group again. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It is crazy.
So if you have kids and you're already stressing out and looking to the fellows just to get an extra income, it's not going to work. You're going to be...
Your support system has to be solid.
Yeah.
I had an amazing support system. He had
I didn't.
none.
That's what forced me to quit. I was by myself. I couldn't handle the stress and dealing with so many personal problems, dealing with people yelling at me at all aspects as a teacher. So it's just it's the
crazy.
Fellowship at first, I remember it being an exciting time, but I wish someone would have told me this before.
I appreciate what it offered me, but it's probably the worst thing I've ever been involved in.
Yeah.
It literally sucked the life out of me, and by the time that I got certified and became a certified teacher, while making a difference for my students is amazing, I suffered a lot. It was a burnout.
It was a burnout. So, subscribe, share it with anyone you know who's trying to do the fellowship.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. We'll answer.
Yeah, you can leave it in the comments. I think YouTube has a message system now. Don't be afraid to hit us up and ask. But yeah, good luck and let us know what you're thinking. We'll try to get to you as soon as possible.
If it's your passion, finish it like I did.
Yeah, and if it's not...
It's gonna suck, but finish it. But if it's not and you're questioning it, don't waste your time because you're just putting yourself through a stress that's not worth it. And if you quit while you're in the fellows, you need to pay back those classes sometimes.
Yeah.
So you really, really need to get it together.
I had to pay back classes thanks to the help of this one. It wasn't as crazy as they make it sound that you have to pay everything back. You don't.
Just whatever you left halfway.
But whatever you left off with.
If you've already completed the classes and got a grade, that's fine.
That's fine.
But if you started a semester and dropped out 2 weeks in,
yeah,
no good.
It's like a regular college if you withdraw.
And if you're having a very hard time in your personal life for something he was not told, you can actually ask for an extension. The program is 2 years, but you can do up to 3. So let's say you, God forbid, or goodness forbid, I don't know anyone's religion, have a death in the family that you cannot handle, or a move, or even a pregnancy, you can ask to extend your time. Sit down with admin, explain some of your situation, and extend your time a year. Mm-hmm. We're not told that. So
yeah, I didn't know.
Some people lose everything only because they thought they couldn't take that time. Just speak to admin and see what they could come up with because you can get a year extension.
Don't get me wrong. I don't regret leaving, but I didn't know about that. Like I said, she knew her passion, wanted to be a teacher. She completed it. It was tough, and she dealt with a lot.
I knew for sure because I had a master's already in something else, and that was the other career that I had chosen. So I got the master's, I worked in the field, and then I realized that wasn't for me. I worked for District Attorney Office Prosecutions. I loved what I did. I didn't love where I did it.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to get a job in that field being a female. And I always kept going back to when I was a substitute teacher. So I said, maybe I should change my career. That's when I decided on this.
And as for me, I worked in the school already. I was already as a school aide, a para, community assistant. I helped out with parent coordinators and assistant deaning. And I was like, teaching is a pay raise. I could do it. I already worked in schools my entire life, and it wasn't what I wanted to do. There's a lot of paperwork demand, a lot of stuff that you don't see in the background.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. Hopefully this helped you out. Remember, don't be afraid to comment, like, share, even message us on YouTube or wherever you come across this. But hopefully we'll help a fellow teaching fellow out.
Scare you.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, and I didn't, but I'll be able to tell you my experience. Peace.
Bye.